me do it again.
There we go.
Hey, girl, hey!
I was trying to get you on the computer, but it's not. I'm trying to get you on my computer, and I'm like, why can't I get her? So I'm on my phone.
Oh,
So
okay.
sorry for the shitty ass everything,
It's
but
okay.
I
You
can't get
listen,
you on the
y'all,
computer.
honey.
I'm
Individual
like, why
things.
can't I join this thing? All right, can you see me all
Yeah,
right?
girl.
All right, cool.
We
I was
right
trying to,
here. I,
I was trying to do the professional thing and get you on a big computer and be like normal, but evidently my computer was like, fuck you, bitch.
oh no,
So
ma'am.
here we are.
This is some old back door in the trap type shit tonight.
I was like, all right, I guess that's what we're doing. Let me make sure I'm not as blurry as I think I am.
What's up, fitness
And
soldiers? We got a few people in here. We want.
Al, hey babies, hey babies,
This is my
hey
girl
Marcy.
Autumn. Thank y'all for joining us for co-creating. Co-creating is my monthly segment that I do just to share some of the things that have helped me along my spiritual journey. And I'm doing a new thing this year. Like I'm inviting all my people on a monthly basis to just come kick shit with me, and we just talk about what has helped us. Hey, Makita girl. Got my sis on here. Autumn, that's my friend I was telling you I was doing the podcast with earlier.
Oh, nice. Hey girl.
Yeah.
Out here just living your life.
So
Yes,
when you see Makita Maria on the screen, that's my sister. Let
yes,
me turn
yes,
this
yes. And
music down.
congratulations on your podcast as well, lady.
My baby doing
Way to
big
go.
things. I'm gonna
Yes.
be right there with her. We're gonna get
Amen.
we're gonna get this word out in this money some kind of way.
It's the age of Aquarius, right? So it's all about community, partnership, working together, transforming, getting to the next level. So the seeds that are planted right now are fucking lit for that.
Yes.
So
Hey
we are
Nicole.
on point, on point, on
That part, sis. Real.
point. You know what I mean? So it's like if you're doing things for the higher good and you working with people and trying to bring it out to the forefront, oh, it's lit.
It's lit.
It's lit for us.
It's
It's lit.
long as you are in alignment, your heart is in the right place, you're putting your energy in the right place, everything is coming up love.
Anything.
It's coming up love. Look, right before I got started, my mama called me. I'm like, not now, mama, not now. Bad timing, bad timing. I got my phone set up, my light. No. I'm so happy to have you with me. Like I said,
Thank
normally
you.
I do this solo dolo, and it's just me and the camera.
I understand.
And so
I
now
understand.
I got y'all with me, and my heart is filled with joy. So we gonna get right on into it. First and foremost, for those of you who do not know, this is my girl Autumn, the Enlightened daughter. Check her out on YouTube. Check out her website. She's doing some amazing work in the spiritual community. I guarantee you I'm going to get with you on some of the sexual teachings that you do, because I am always looking to enhance the sexual energy and the sexual practice and the sexual whatever. Let's get it. So definitely check my boo out. I'm so happy to be working with her tonight. And we are going to be talking about something that I hope you all are either already into or open to embrace, and that is numerology.
Right.
Uh, did nobody teach me?
Big fan. I'm a big fan of numbers. That's how the angels talk to me. I mean, I
Absolutely.
was a big fan of numbers when I was like young, like a little girl. Math was always my thing. But as I got older and started seeing the patterns and the repeating numbers, the angels are like, "Yo, pay attention. We're talking to you over
Talk to
here.
me.
You're not just seeing those numbers
911.
every day for nothing."
123.
Exactly.
222. 1111.
Right. So I started like tapping in and started realizing that like they were communicating with me. There was messages there. They're activators. They're triggering. They're activations within our DNA and our cell that
Yes.
once we tune into it, we get more of our gifts and more. And I'm like, look, I'm getting fucking angel bumps just talking about it. Like it's
Chill.
so powerful. It's so powerful to me. And the fact that this year, this 2022, is the sixth year, is so sexy and exciting for me. I'm so excited for the potential for everyone. I'm so excited for people that are willing to like do the work and continue to like plant the seeds and till the fucking soil this year. Because if
Yeah.
you're willing to do it this
Gotta
year,
do that work though.
oh my God.
Got to do
Oh
that
my
work because
God.
ain't nothing about to fall in your lap. You gotta
Listen,
get it.
last year we went through it. That 5 year with all those changes and the chaos and upheavals, people went through it.
Yeah.
But you had a chance to really dig into your soil, pull out those weeds, get the rocks out, like really get your shit together. And now the soil is rich. It's nutrient rich. It's vibrant. It's delicious. It's like whatever you're planting is going to be good as long as you're not just planting rocks. If you got a seed, you're good.
Right.
But it's like, are you willing to plant the seeds? And this year, listen, I'm planting all types of seeds. What we doing?
I'm going
I want
from the
feminine. I
garden to
want
the garden out
masculine.
here. You understand?
Okay.
I'm going from the garden from the garden to the whole garden.
Exactly.
Real talk, true story. I'm
We
trying
taking hoe to a different level this year. Okay, we gonna change what hoe means. Okay.
that part. That part. So look,
Okay.
I got all my notes and my books and my whatnot because everybody's familiar with mathematics, which is basically the science of numbers. But we ain't
Right.
talking science. We talking energy. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about the frequency of numbers.
Right.
And that is the thing that sets the two apart. Yeah, they both deal with numbers, but in a totally different way.
Yeah.
Reaching back to Kemetic history where the ancient Egyptians worked with numbers,
Mm-hmm.
and that is before
Right.
Christ. So we're gonna dive a little bit deeper into it. I've been reading this book. I just started, so I can't tell y'all too much of shit about it. But from what I've been reading, it's dope. It's numerology and the divine triangle. And
Okay.
man, it just breaks down how you can get your outer personality number, your life path number, which I'm a life path 1. I got my outer personality number wrote down somewhere, but it was on point. Your
Right.
soul destiny number, your career path number, and I've never done a numerology assessment. What's up, love? MKM, thank you for joining us. I've never done a numerological assessment of any kind that wasn't on point for me.
Right.
Mine always come up like right on point. I am very much a life path 1 and also an
Right.
Aries. I'm very much a leader. I'm very much a fiery energy who can thrive in solitude and be
Mm-hmm.
assertive and be a self-starter. Like that's very much who I am in essence. And so it's very important that you all study and look into your own numerology. If you needed some help with that, that's something that I'm tapping into and can really assist you with. You can reach me by booking through my website at www.turquoisemajesty.com, and we can definitely explore your own personal numerology. But more specifically, we are in a universal year 6, which is just one small corner of what numerology encompasses. But I'm gonna let my sis tell y'all a little bit about this 6 energy, and then I'm gonna get in where I fit in.
I love it. So this 6th year is about balance. It's about harmony. It's about foundation. It's about bringing together the divine masculine and divine feminine energies and bringing them into harmony. The number 6 is also ruled by Venus. Venus rules beauty and love and finances. So this year is going to be big about beauty, love, and finance, bringing those things into balance and really securing your foundation for it. The number 6 also looks like a pregnant woman. So it's also the number of the divine feminine, right? And so, and because it does look like a woman that's pregnant, right? Not giving birth, this year is really about nurturing and catering and tending to the seeds that we started planting in the end of 2021 while we were cleaning out our garden from all that chaos and that upheaval. When we went through the shifts and we had to just really pull out those weeds and get all that crap together. This year it's like, all right, you cleaned, you did all that cleaning, you planted your seeds, you got yourself in the soil. We're in the winter season right now. Things are dormant. Everything's happening underground. What do you need to do? What can you do? Because you know you push forward with a baby too soon, premature, right? The baby can die. So you have no choice but to really trust the timing of things. And this year is really about trusting the timing of things, getting things in order, bringing things into balance. How can you bring more beauty into your life? How do you bring more beauty and honor into yourself? What are your finances looking like? What kind of relationship do you have with your finances? Can you find a healthier way to deal with your money? This year is also going to be really good for investment.
Mm-hmm.
So really investing from a heart space, right? Not investing from a space of fear. And Venus, again, because it's about love and beauty and finances, this year is really going to have everybody's heart chakras opening wide up. You're going to really be needing to make your decision based of your heart. If you are making your decisions based out of fear, it's going to fucking implode in your face.
That heart chakra healing is so imperative this year. Yo, I never thought about how the number 6 looks like a pregnant woman. It really does. It really does. And you know, one thing
it's the energy of the Empress.
Yes, and one thing that you said, and wow, that's that Empress energy represented by the number 3 multiplied by 2. Come on now, sis. Look. And right? Another thing that you said that really stood out to me, likening the 6 energy to giving birth, is like, you know, like you said, you try to push divine time in it and bring things into your own hands and make things develop in your own time, which I am guilty of. You risk not only killing your baby, but risking your own life when you do that. When you don't get in alignment with what God is trying to do for you and within you, and be impatient and try to do it in your own timing, you risk the fruit that you're trying to bear, and you risk your own life.
And you delay the process.
Yes.
And you delay the process. Because when you try to do the utmost, you end up doing something that's going to fuck up, and then you go back and got to start all over again. And sometimes you got to go even further back. It's like, damn.
Ain't nothing like when you're trying to do something. Like, let's say you trying to cook, and then you try to take a shortcut and you fuck it up and you got to start over. Oh, man.
Start all over again. Throw the whole shit in the garbage.
Baby,
wasted your whole motherfucking time.
Like
and then you just did it twice.
I don't get food stamps. I ain't got no food to be wasted. So that's real talk. You do not want to waste your time and your resources not surrendering to what it is that God is trying to do in your life and divine time. You got to wait. And I'm one of the most impatient person, or I will say have been one of the most impatient people you've ever met in your life. I'm a fire sign. Fire don't wait.
At all. It's going to burn you. It's going to push you. We're going to get through. Exactly. I'm not just an Aries, right? I have a triple air, like I have a stellium Aries in my chart. I'm an Aries. Don't play with me, baby. Right? Like my temper it takes so much for me to be on this, like, this spiritual path. I'm like, God, really?
Me? You sure you want me?
Because I'm like, yo, I'm not all there, nigga. Like, I'm like, yo, I'm not all there. You sure you want me to? Listen, I'm like, I will punch somebody in the face if they talk about Jesus the wrong way. I don't think that's the path for me. You know what I mean? But like, and then, you know, God's like,
Like, God, I don't think I'm qualified. And then, you know, I don't want me on the journey. You want me to be a leader? A light?
I'm like, you want me to talk to people about this
so long
and not put my hands on them when they get crazy? You want, I'm supposed to. So this is about real balance. Balance, Autumn. You can't hit everybody who disagrees with you.
I was like, Lord, you sure you want me on this journey the way I like to cuss? The way when the beat drop, I'm a
every video. Every video.
The way I like to hunch. You sure you want me, Lord? And then I started to learn, like, you can do all and love me and represent me, baby. Let me show you. You just got to embrace yourself for who you are. I don't have a problem with you doing it. You do. You got a problem because they got a problem.
Yeah, when I haven't given a fuck for a long time. Man, but when I really started giving zero fucks, I was like, could I have less fucks to give? Because I'm not really sure. Because I'm already not all there. Are you sure?
Exactly.
Are you sure? listen, I went through this path, but I'm like, yo, I love this spiritual essence too much. I love God. I love knowing I'm a child of God. I love knowing that I am God. Like, I can't step away from that. And if people aren't with it, then they could dip out. Listen, there's 7.5 billion people in this world. You could be motherfucking replaced. I'll be all right. Next.
Hey Mario, how you doing? Let me tell you.
Hi, Huey. Hi, Nicole. My sister's here. My bro's here. I love it. I
What
love
up, what
y'all.
up, what up? So yeah, this sixth
Thank you, everyone,
energy
for joining us on a Saturday night.
on a
I love it. I
Saturday
love it.
night.
I love it. I love it.
Look, it's
Spending
the
time.
rain here, so everybody should be tuned in. They ain't got nothing else to do. It's finna rain.
We
One
had a
thing.
snowstorm over here.
Oh,
Trust me, I
for
was
real?
not happy about it.
Yeah, we didn't get that
We had
snow
a
like they told
blizzard.
us we would.
We had a motherfucking blizzard. I woke up with the whole attitude. I was like, I'm not doing
Oh
this.
yeah, we already talked about how we don't do that cold.
I don't. I don't do that.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Now, adding to what you said about this sixth energy, it's also very home oriented. So
Oh yeah.
that's speaking to that root chakra, that safety and security, that sanctuary, what
Mm-hmm.
home is supposed to feel like. Not only
Right.
does that speak on the surface level to like paying more attention to the energy in your home, how things are flowing in your home, what your home looks like. Have you decorated and set up things in a way that energy flows freely through your house, or is there clutter every damn where and you got chaos all in
Exactly.
your house and you wonder why you got chaos within your relationships with the people in your house and outside of your house? Like those types of things are a big
Right.
thing for this sixth energy. So I find
Absolutely.
myself just naturally, and I am not the neatest person in the world. I'm not a trifling woman. I like cleanliness. But baby, I will have a neat little stack of clothes on the chair to the weekend, you know. But I find myself as we've stepped into this new year just naturally wanting things neat and in order.
Yeah.
Cause
And that's the beautiful Venus energy that governs the number 6. Because Venus
yes,
is again about beautifying ourselves, beautifying our environment, right? This is perfect energy to work with Archangel Jophiel, because she helps to beautify everything, to help us to see the beauty in
right.
everything, in all aspects of our lives. And
Absolutely.
how hard is it to really just, it's time to go through your life and get rid of things.
With
You
a
know, we
fine
should have already
tone.
done that at the end of the year, and we should have already done that before the new year started, but we're looking at the zodiac. The new year doesn't really start until Aries season starts in March, so you still bought yourself a little bit of time. And Venus is in retrograde right now until the 29th, so we're really not doing much until February-ish, you know? So you got time to go through your stuff and clean out your house and look around, like, what makes me feel more comfortable in my environment?
And
What makes
that
me feel
same
more
tone,
comfortable in my skin,
in that
you know?
same tone, that's the outward expression of the energy. But you are home. We are homes. So we have to go within ourselves and examine
Yes,
what
man.
is within us that does not make us feel safe and secure and like we are at home within ourselves. There are so many people, and I've been one of them, who are not comfortable with who and what they are.
Oh yeah.
They're not
Oh, yeah.
comfortable and feel safe. They don't feel safe and secure with who they bring to the table because they're not at home with themselves. Those type of things are gonna rear their head this year in this universal 6 year, because it's all things home, not just your physical dwelling that you live in, your house with the fireplace and the stainless steel refrigerator. No, ma'am, no, sir.
Right.
It's about also who you find home with, those people who you consider to that you can be comfortable with, who are like
Yeah.
home to you. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't get that feeling with everybody.
Yeah, a lot of that is shifting. A lot of that is
A lot
shifting,
of
and I
that.
mean, for our highest and greatest good, but it's gonna be a wake up call to a lot of people. You have to shift that energy. You have to come to a space where you are balanced within. Again, 6 is about the balance of the divine masculine and divine feminine energy within yourself. You know what I mean? It's like this year is gonna be huge for twin flames to come into union, to come into togetherness, to come into activation. But before that can happen, you got to get balance within
Yeah, you gotta
yourself. And
have
this
that
year,
integration.
you gotta be good with your masculine and your feminine. And right now, especially for a lot of the divine feminines, they're being really activated to step into their feminine power and to feel safe doing so. And that's going to be a big lesson this year, because the divine feminine energy has been pushing onto this planet big time, as the feminine divine Christ energy is coming back, and the Christ consciousness is coming back, and the Christ Sophia and Mary Magdalene and Kuan Yin and all these beautiful divine feminines that we're working with, they're coming back to show us it is safe to be in your feminine energy. So many of us have been in our masculine energy, having to push, having to fight, having to dig through things, having to repress our emotions, because it was safer to not feel. It was safer to shut ourselves off. It was safer to shut ourselves down than to let anyone in and to be vulnerable.
Because we felt like we had to protect ourselves. Meanwhile,
this year is about the balanced divine masculine, the balanced divine feminine, and being able to be vulnerable in either of those energies, and still feeling safe whenever we go into those energies. Being able to step into those energies comfortably and to be comfortable and safe within those energies. And I'm seeing a lot of divine feminines right now that want so bad to really embrace their feminine energy again, and they're scared shitless.
Yeah,
because they're afraid
they don't feel like they're safe to. That's a huge thing. I was a guy posted yesterday about why is it that when women get into discrepancies, we're quick to like just clock out on each other and tell each other business, and it just gets irate, and we never go at it from a standpoint of, this is my sister, this is another woman, I empathize with her, I don't want to tear her down. And he was asking women, why is that? And I said, until we as individuals heal our inner child, heal our ancestral wounds, integrate our masculine and feminine, we'll forever show up in those types of energies. I don't mean us collectively, I mean us as individuals, because we got to do that work individually before we can start coming to the table and having disagreements or discrepancies with our sister and see her as our sister and still be able to handle the situation in a way that is respectful and embrace that universal 6 energy, that numerologically 6 energy of unconditional love. Because until you reconcile those things within yourself, you can't extend it to somebody.
You're gonna show up in the world crazy. Yeah, you're gonna show up in the world crazy. You're gonna show up bitter. You're gonna show up resentful.
You're gonna be with that rah-rah.
Mental. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like when you can finally get to the space where it's like, yo, it boggles my mind when I see a woman and I give her a compliment and she looks at me like crazy. Like, I'll be like, oh, you look so beautiful. And they're like, and I'm like, why are you, like, why energy. Like, why is that odd to you that I'm giving you a compliment? Like, I'll look at someone and I'll be like, oh, what? You know, like, oh, your hair looks really nice. So beautiful. I don't know you, but if you look nice, I'm going to give you that love because you're doing it. So get it back. Go ahead. Thank you for honoring me with a little beauty today. It costs me
nothing to let you know you look gorgeous tonight. Nothing. If anything, it warms my heart. You know, I love to give another woman a compliment. I love to give a man a compliment. There's nothing sexual behind it. I just want to uplift you and let you know what I see through my 2 eyes, my 3
all
eyes.
Day, every day.
You know, and
I'm big on celebrating people. I'm big on pouring life into people. Like, I'm sure you did something wonderful today. I'm sure that there's something about you that I can say something good about. I'll find it.
Absolutely.
I might fucking be searching, but I'm gonna find it.
It might take me a little minute. I'm
gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That is definitely a 6 energy. Again, like you said, it's a feminine energy. So it requires that we learn how to be receptive. And if you're like me, I've struggled with codependency, coming from a codependent parent and just my upbringing and being in relationship with people where I have this addictive need to please. And I'm attracting people who have this addictive need to be pleased. You know what I'm saying? Right. We struggle with receptivity because we're so used to giving. We don't know how to receive. We don't know how to receive gifts. We don't know how to receive compliments. We don't know how to receive help. We struggle with that.
Right.
I had somebody give me a compliment the other day, and the way I felt in receiving that compliment was so exemplary of my growth. because I just accepted it. I embodied it. I received it.
Like I just accepted it. I mean, that's a huge thing.
Just accept it. You know,
That's a huge.
it wasn't necessarily egoic. You right. I am the shit. You know, it wasn't that. However, he wasn't lying. He didn't tell not a damn lie. And you just have to have that love for yourself to know, you know, I deserve for people to tell me that I'm doing a good job, that I look beautiful today, that I did that. I deserve that. I received.
Right.
Thank you. Keep
Okay.
it going. You know, keep it moving. But those are the type of things that are gonna come up in this 6 year also. Those struggles with learning how to receive. And I found that a lot of times those lessons in receptivity come through your struggle. When you in a position where you need some help and that pride is trying to keep you from asking for the help or even taking the help when it's offered to you, oh, you're going to learn that day. Receive. You are worthy of receiving.
I got pushed into one of the biggest life lessons of my life because I had to learn how to receive. And I literally was in a situation where I needed to like find an apartment, and I was just like, okay, I went to go move to a place, and the job that I had lined up fell through like right before I moved.
Motherfucker.
And I stopped, and I'm like, okay, so now what? Do I move or do I do something else? And of course, my team of light was like, go. And I'm like, word? They were like, nah, you need to go do that. Like, you need to go be in that area.
Go that way.
Which is how I ended up freaking Rhode Island. And I was like, what? Why Rhode Island? Like, I was like, this is the smallest state in the union. Is it even a state? I was like, I feel like my block that I grew up on is bigger than this whole place. Like, I was so perplexed. But I needed to go to a space to learn how to be receptive, to learn how to get help and to not have to do everything on my own. I literally had to go for a year, got put on timeout for a year, go sit the fuck down and learn to be okay
looks like,
with accepting help.
God's love, you know, we try to minimize and marginalize God. God's love does not just look like putting you in a position to do it for yourself. God's love looks like putting you in a position for somebody to help you do it. It don't matter what means you got it by long as you get it. It don't matter if you go work for the $5 or I send you cash out $5 right now. You needed that $5. Okay. Take the $5. Right.
Take the motherfucking $5.
Take the goddamn $5.
Learn to receive, learn to be open, learn to be grateful, learn to see the blessings, you know, like that was huge. And I had to learn how to be okay with getting help. I had to learn, and I was like, yo, you know, but I grew up in masculine energy. I grew up having to do everything, having to figure everything out, having to just, all right, I'll go and I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I got it. You're going to fuck it up anyway. I'm an Aries. I know you're going to fuck it up. Let me just do it myself.
Now you go.
Let me just do it myself. Because more than likely, you're going to piss me off and I'm going to have to do it over. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I had to learn to step back and let people fail. One. Mm-hmm. That was hard.
Detach.
Can't save everybody. Nope. Had to learn to really observe and not absorb.
That was that 5-year energy for me, for sure. That 5-year really.
I'm a life path 5.
Oh.
You're welcome. Welcome to my life.
Yeah, I was setting up special prayers for the people who were either life path 5s in that universal 5-year, or people who were in their personal year 5, who were in their in that universal 5-year. If you guys are looking to, I put the calculator on my page to see what your personal year number is. That's gonna be a huge deal for you in this year. You want to definitely look into it. I am in a personal year 2, as I was most of last year because my birthday hasn't come up yet, but I'm moving into a personal year 3. And when I tell you in that personal year 2, those lessons about setting boundaries, maintaining and creating balance in my life, and emotional upheaval, oh my God, those were the themes of the major lessons for me in that personal year 5. I was flexing my no, we ain't doing it. No. That no muscle was getting bigger and bigger. And it had to, because folks was like legit trying to kill me, running over me, my boundaries. Like, no, can't nobody stop that but me. So let me do it. And I had to. So another thing other than that heart chakra and the root chakra that's gonna be important in this 6 year, that throat chakra. Speak your piece. Say what you got to
Been going
say.
through it.
It's got
Been
to be a
going through it.
it's got to be a real I said what I said energy in order to overcome some of the lessons that are gonna come up for us this year.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
we
Like, you're
can
gonna have to
get
stand in your truth.
what you say, sis.
Out. I
Absolutely.
said you're gonna have to stand all the way in your truth. Like, people
All the
need
way.
to be honest with themselves.
All
Be
the way.
honest with how you feel about yourself. You know,
Yep.
whether
Even when
the
it don't
fact
make
that, like,
sense to you.
listen, the abandonment issues, the feeling like a fraud, the feeling like you're not good enough, the fear of success, the fear of failure, the fear of love, the fear of being, all of that stuff, it's been coming up. And the past 2 years, that shit came up heavy, 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 heavy. And it's clearing out. But if you're not dealing with it, it's going to kick you in your face this year. You have to bring these things into balance. It is
Not
going
the
to keep
ass,
coming
but
up.
the face. Oh, pure.
Oh, keep you in the face, right? Just knock your teeth out and all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just all fucked up. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You have to bring things into balance. And again, it's going to be about our money. It's going to be about beauty. And it's going to be about love. Self-love, first and foremost, and also. As much as we love the fact that, like, all these couples are going to be getting together this year with the twin flames that are getting activated, because again, this year is ruled by Venus, big on the love sector. If you do not have self-love first and you do not unconditionally love yourself first, none of that other shit is going to matter. None of it
Yeah.
matters. And so we have to unconditionally love ourselves first. That's going to bring what? Beauty into our lives. It's going to bring balance into our finances. It's going to bring balance into our relationships. It's going to be balance into every aspect of our lives, because we're learning to love ourselves. And so as we're putting that energy out, the
It's
universe is
coming
giving
back
it back
in.
to you
It's
in
coming
every
in.
area of your life. And any place that you're seeing a hiccup, you know, all right, that's where the issue is. That's where the block is. That's where the trigger is. That's where I need to do a
It
little
just
bit
comes
more
to
work.
serve you.
That needs a little bit more love,
Yeah.
you know?
It just comes to serve you. So we are now at the portion of the show where we're gonna pull some messages. Me and sis gonna tag team this thing. So we can just do it like you pull one, I pull one, you pull one, I pull one until we decide.
So it pulled
That's
out.
it.
So it pulled out, y'all.
Till it's pulled out. We're gonna use the pull out method. Chef Corey, what's up, boo?
Hopefully it'll work for us. You said we're going to use the pull-out method. I said, hopefully it'll work for us.
Send me the plate, Corey. Send your girl a plate.
Oh, Chef Corey, what you be cooking on? Where's Chef Corey at? Is he by you?
He be cooking a little bit of everything.
Oh.
It be looking
I
good
am.
too, girl. He in Atlanta though. He gotta ship it
I
to
know
you.
a ton of chefs. So where you at, Corey, so we can get a plate?
He gotta
Because
ship it to you.
my inner fat girl is always hungry. Trust me, my
Man,
inner fat girl is always. I worked in restaurants for over 20 years. I can eat.
you know I just got off this fast. Let me tell you.
How was it?
Hunger's a hostage. It was dope. It was dope. It was an awesome experience. Ooh, lobster, crab stuff, salmon.
Oh,
My gosh.
all right, Chef.
He
Hey,
doing
Corey.
he doing
Hey.
thing. If you ever in Atlanta, hit him up. He do his thing.
I
I
love it.
fresh off that fast, man. It I was doing exactly what I needed to be doing in this season.
Corey, you are going to put me to sleep with that plate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
dirty rice, mac and cheese, love. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We're talking about some
I ain't
pull
mad
out
though. I will
method.
knock right out.
That's the knockout method.
Oh yeah, get the whole itis, mouth open, everything. Yep.
Yeah. What you got over there, sis?
All right, I'm gonna start with the Work Your Light card.
That
I also have Divine Feminine, Romantic. I got mad decks. I don't know. I'm gonna start with Work Your Light.
yeah, I put out like 4 just in case.
Just okay. Oh, get grounded.
Get
What have we been
grounded
talking about?
out the gate.
Empath, highly sensitive, connect with nature. So again, our loves, what have we been talking about, right? What have we been talking about this whole time? Really getting balanced within yourself. This year is huge on getting that balance within ourselves. It's going to be huge, 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 huge. Go outside in nature, freaking hug a tree, salt baths, salt showers, whatever you can do. Eat grounding foods, right? Potatoes, yams, beets, anything that's growing in the ground is going to be really powerful during this time to get ourselves grounded. We were just talking about the root chakra, right? That's this energy of, again, really connecting with Gaia, really getting into balance. The clearer you are, the more grounded you are, the more aligned you are with the Most High, the more you're going to hear your intuitive voice, the more you're going to be moved forward and not waste this year. This year is about money, love, beauty. Don't waste the year. Don't waste the year. Get
Don't
grounded
waste
and get
you.
your mind right. Like, this year is going to be so great for investment, not on spending, but investment. So planting those seeds for the next future years is going to be really important. But get grounded so when the hits are coming to you, you're not just out there just throwing your money like it's a freaking Russian roulette. You know what I'm saying? Like you're making
Yeah.
really intelligent decisions.
Our
I love that.
financial system is about to change. Pluto is in one of those planets that rules our finances. And you know, Pluto is
Mm-hmm.
all about transformation. And so we're gonna see some major financial some major change in the way the financial structure um has been set up for forever. That's
Right. Which is
something
why
that
this year is about investments and not about spending. This year is
yes,
about investments and getting your shit together. Because everything's going to shift so dramatically that if you're not getting it together right now, you're going to be playing catch up later. It's
and
like, nah, get your little
definitely
cryptos and get all that other shit. Get it now. You know what I mean? Get your
definitely a
NFTs
grounding
and all that shit.
practice.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. If you're like me and you don't like to be outside in the cold, sis don't like to be outside in the cold either. That's one of the many things she and I have in common. You still need to ground and you need to explore, like she said, and gave many examples of many ways to ground during the winter. For me, I'm straight outside in the spring, in the summer, and even the fall.
Yep.
I'm outside with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm barefoot, feet to the earth, earthing.
Yep.
But while it's winter, you want to work with your grounding crystals, get you some Shiva Lingam, get you some petrified wood.
Right.
Google grounding crystals and work with those in your
Hey, the black
meditation, put
crystals
them
and
holes
the
in your
red crystals.
pocket, pray with them. Ground. YouTube has a plethora of guided meditations that you could use for grounding,
Yep.
but you definitely want to get grounded because as this energy is coming in and we are ascending, you don't want to be so floaty and all over the place and imaginative and engulfed in that Venus energy that you're not
Right.
able to thrive in the physical.
Exactly.
Yeah, that Corey,
Yeah,
that
Corey.
walking barefoot in the yard in the morning, I'm pretty sure it makes a difference for your day. It's like a reset. That's a great way to start your morning. I have a tree in my backyard and I like to take like what people would consider compost. I don't have a garden yet, but I'll take like my scraps from like an orange peel or a banana, or even if I have fruit that has gone bad and I take it back there to that tree and I just bless the tree and thank it for giving me those that produce and I give it back.
Love that.
That's
I love
grounding.
that. Yeah.
But you definitely
Yeah.
want to strengthen your relationships with Mother Gaia. I'm gonna pull from the Sacred Self Care Oracle because as this sixth energy is a energy of self-love and unconditional love, we absolutely want to amp up our self-care. Just like last year, we had all types of shit hitting us from here and here. You know what I'm saying? You think you're doing good and life doing this shit right here. But the more you prioritize self-care, the better prepared you are to deal with these things, and not only deal with them, because we don't want to just deal, we don't want to just cope, we want to heal.
Right.
Let's see what the self-care oracle has for us as it relates to this this universal 6 energy. I'm just gonna pull whatever's at the top. Connect with crystals. Did we just talk about that?
You cannot make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up.
Who that? Kevin Gates. I can't make this up. Number 11. That's a master number. That even further promotes what I just said. Connect with crystals. Any crystals that, some of my favorites are labradorite. I love amethyst. I think my favorite is rose quartz and lapis lazuli.
Oh yeah, always.
Yeah, I got my prayer and my blue kyanite on right now, and tiger's eye.
I wear tiger's eye every day. I wear amethyst every day. I wear pyrite every day. I wear rose quartz every day.
You lit.
Every day, every day, every day, every day, every day, every day.
You lit.
I don't even go outside. Don't even let me go outside without a tiger's eye or amethyst, especially now that I'm back in New York, because I might, I'll be like, let me, before I put my hands on somebody when I walk into the store.
Yes, you definitely want to work with your crystals to keep your energy cleansed. On the night of a new moon, you want to manifest with your crystals. On the night of the full moon, you want to do some sort of release with your crystals. You want to cleanse them and sit them outside so that they can be bathed in that moon energy. But you definitely want to work with crystals. And not only that, because the ways that I am describing, over here burping like I've been drinking a beer. Excuse me. The ways that I am describing are kind of common ways that we typically work with crystals, but you can create your own ways. Hell, I'm interested to hear of some different ways that you all may work with crystals. So if you try something that seems to be kind of out of the norm or out the box, feel free to get your throat chakra crystals. Jesus.
The lapis lazuli, and sodalite.
Sodalite, yeah.
Great for your throat chakra. I work with Archangel Gabriel all the time. Archangel Gabriel is in charge of communication.
That's who I to bless the room tonight. So I got my Archangel Gabriel incense burning, and I prayed that he come into space and just speak through me and through me.
Archangel Gabriel is here, and I have Archangel Michael here. Every day, always, every day, always. I don't. It's like my bracelet. Like I don't leave home without them.
It's the energy for me,
sis. Yeah, they all listen, all up in it, and I'll be like, yes, you're welcome to interfere. And big with the throat chakra stuff, and just talking and having to express. I'll be trying to literally just mind my business, and then I'll walk someplace, and next thing you know, it's like, oh, a message comes through, and then somebody's talking to me like, oh, what you said yesterday was so great, and I have no idea what they're talking about. And I'm like, because I was like, it came through me. I don't know what you're talking about. I work with angels. I'm like, I don't know I really don't know what you're talking about. Unless they can say something that has it like trigger like a remembrance to me. I'm like, it comes through me. It's not for me. I don't know what you're talking about. I hope it blessed you.
Exactly.
Whatever it was. But I don't know what you're
talking about. The first time that happened to me, it freaked me out. I was talking to a close friend of mine, and I had already said what I had said to him earlier, like that evening or whatever. We were in the car on the way to a restaurant, and by the time we got to the restaurant and we were talking about that particular subject again, and I kind of reiterated the point. That second time I said it, it was like a feeling came over me that I had to stop, because I was like, bro, that wasn't me. That wasn't even not me. It was like some shit came down and just swirled over me and spoke and went on about its business. And I was sitting there like, I know you think I'm losing my mind. But that was not me. And then from there,
I have really profound things come through me. Like I'm like, I don't know. How do I know that?
Right.
How do I know what advice to give a 20-year-old couple Nigga, I just got here. I
Nigga,
haven't been
I
on this
just
earth.
got here.
I don't know. I don't
But
know. But I'm like, but evidently it's not for me. You know what I
I done
mean? Like, even
made
as a
my 40 ounce. Got my 40 ounce.
no.
What else you got over
But like,
there,
yeah.
sis? Yo, go. Look like we playing Uno. Yo, go.
Okay. I'm gonna pull a divine feminine card since we have all this beautiful feminine energy coming in this year.
Yes.
Excited. Ooh. Let's see who's gonna come play. Okay. Oh shit.
All of them.
You might have to pull out another deck. We got Kalima.
Ooh.
You already know. You already know. As soon as I saw this card, what I said, you might have to go get that
I'm
deck.
gonna have to go get that
Mother
deck.
of
And if
the
I go get it,
universe.
I'm gonna read it. It's in its entirety. You can go get your blanket because I'm gonna read the whole thing.
I release all that doesn't serve me. It's time to be the truth of who I am.
Ooh.
What have we been saying this whole time? What have we been saying?
Home. You got
all that
be at
extra
home
shit,
with
all that
yourself.
dumb shit, anything that's not serving you, anything that does not allow you to be into balance in this year, and that's not having you in balance with yourself, it's coming to a head. So the shit that's coming up, just like in this card, she's got a sword there, cut that shit off. It's time. It's time to get it out once and for all. Once it's time, like,
man, you hold that thought. I'm about to go get that deck. You don't stop that shit. Hold on. Say less.
Listen, I love Kali Mom. She is fierce energy. She came to me during a time where I was scared. She came to me during a time where I had like lost everything, during a time where I felt so disempowered. It was Kali Ma that came. It was Goddess Isis that came. It was Mary Magdalene that came. And they were the ones that came through to remind me of my feminine energy. They came through to remind me of my strength. They came through to remind me that it was safe to love and to be loved and to remember that I am loved. Like, they came in hard. And Kali Ma is the energy that comes with me sometimes when I get on my like Harlem girl shit and try me one too many times.
It's
And she
over
be like,
done
oh,
with.
she come through like, oh,
That's that knuck if you
my
buck.
daughter like that. She's the whole like, watch your motherfucking mouth. She's who I channel when I'm like, yo, I'm mad accommodating. What we trying to do? Okay.
What was it?
Kali Ma's right there.
That's that what was
Zero
it?
fun.
I thought you said something.
Right.
Yes, sir. Kali Ma come through ready for whatever.
Kali Ma.
Whooping ass and taking names.
Okay.
You know what energy Kali Ma coincides with to me in terms of crystals? Moldavite.
Ooh. Yeah.
When I think of Kali Ma, I think about Moldavite. Because that
Wow.
Moldavite, baby, if you're drawn to it and you work with it, you can expect shit to turn on its head.
Yeah, that's not a light energy to deal with.
Nah, B. Nah, B. Nah, son. Let's see what Kylie trying to tell us. Because she came on through.
Please.
But we're going to get real specific with it. And I'm going to read the whole message.
Thank you guys for joining us and playing with us tonight.
Ooh, I've never gotten this one. Number 14, breaking down to a 5. Barbara,
of course.
Kylie. Baby, she's fierce.
She's
giving me Beyonce, I got hot sauce in my bag, swag vibes. Sheesh, lady. Let's see.
I love that.
See what she's talking about. I've worked with this deck quite a bit, especially with shadow work. I've never pulled her. So this gonna be some new. It says, our wild divine mother knows when to become gentle with our hearts, bestowing sweetness that liberates us from fear. Though you may have faced much struggle and challenge on your path, though it may seem only the most powerful intensity could stem the tide of negativity, the dark mother of grace will conquer the obstacles to your freedom with gentleness. She manifests herself now as Bhadra the gentle. She will calm the waves of emotion, eradicate doubt and despair, and provide safe and graceful passage through all difficulties. I'm not going to read the rest of this, But basically what that is telling us, that we have the grace of God through everything that we are going to be going through. So as Kylie is coming through, clearing shit out, you protected by God's grace.
And everything.
Don't take it to heart. Just know that it's for your good. Whatever conflict, chaos comes up for you, just know that it is for your good and that it is divinely orchestrated and that you are being protected by God's grace. It ain't personal.
Amen. Amen.
It ain't about
we
you.
do not perceive we do not perceive our own best interest, and we tend to forget that. You know, like God can see 1,000 years ahead and 1,000 years behind. This is a drop in a moment of time, and sometimes we get so caught up in these little droplets that we forget that this is just a moment.
Yes.
You don't like this moment, change that shit. You have a better next moment.
Exactly.
But big picture. Sometimes you got to just step back and look at the big picture of things.
What
the
I'm
energy
also,
this year to step back.
Exactly. What I'm also taking from this is we don't always have to fight fire with fire, because the sixth energy is also telling us that in the face of conflict, you got to pick and choose your battles. You got to give people grace too. The same way we want God's grace, the same way we receive God's grace, we have to give people grace. Now, that don't mean let them walk over you. That don't mean
Amen.
let them get away with nothing. But what that does mean, you ain't got to unleash the beast on their ass either. Yeah. You can give people grace the same, because I had a post not long ago, and I was just saying how people don't really value grace until they need something. When it comes,
they don't. Most people don't value anything until they need something. That's just the selfishness of human nature.
Exactly. So as we are examining relationship in this universal 6th year, make sure that you're being graceful. Because at some point in some time, you needed some grace. And at some point in some time, you did something where it served in your best interest that somebody didn't fight fire with you. Keep that in mind.
Is also a very watery energy, right? Water, emotion. Water is one of the strongest elements. Why? Because it doesn't push, it doesn't force, but it still gets through everything. And it takes its time, as much time as needed.
Water
and it will wear down a mountain. If it has enough time, it will wear everything down, and it gets through everything. So just like water is always in the energy of flow, this year, as you're moving through this year, as you're coming into alignment and things are coming up and fears are triggering you, and you're looking at your finances and the system that's changing in the world might feels overwhelming. It's like, no. Let me stay in flow. Let me get grounded, number one. And remember that this is happening around me, not to me directly. And let me flow with the energies that are coming through. It is imperative that we're always in a state of flow. Like, you could be like a salmon, like swimming upstream, you know, and challenging yourself. You're going to get there. Or you could just be like a freaking raft that got let go in the water and just float downstream and let the universe bring you to the next and greatest thing. Absolutely. Without struggling, without stress, without burdening yourself. You know what I mean? It's like,
don't resist. That's the worst thing you can do, because the
this whole spiritual
the
path,
way you bring suffering on yourself. Surrender.
Exactly.
Just
the more that I tried to move away from this path, the more my life started fucking convoluting around me. I got so tired of shit not working because I was not trying to hear this at all. Because I'm like, y'all are bugging. I'm not doing nothing spiritual. What are you talking about? I'm not doing nothing. I'm like, picture me in a church. I'm like, I'm not standing at all. I'm doing porn, yo. You got me over here on a porn. I'm not doing that. I'm like, did you see what I did in that movie with that guy? You can't see
what I did to him, son? Y'all want to see it?
I'm like, were you? I'm like, were you watching? Were you watching the same movie I was watching?
Boys, I mean, like the little boy on Boys in the Hood. Y'all want to see a dead body?
Right, exactly. So I was like, but the more I was moving away from this and I wasn't following the flow of my life, the more my life started imploding. So I finally just was like, fuck it. All right, what are we trying to do? You want me to, let's do this. What are we doing? We reading cards? We talking to dead people? What are we doing?
Let me tell you, I was on the fast road to climb the ladder of corporate America and higher education, honey. I was doctoral program, just got a new job, new salary, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was just doing my thing, because
Right.
Getting degrees and getting to the bag was just, it wasn't even for the clout for me. It was a survival tactic. Like, I come from the gutter. I come from the hood, the
Right.
slums. You hear me? I live between the dope house where they were selling dope and the dope house where everybody congregated to smoke dope. And I do not mean weed. You understand me? So,
Okay.
getting to the bag and getting degrees was a survival tactic for me to be able to
To
get
get
out
out.
of that environment. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But it was also a trap. And that's what I was knee deep in when I heard the call, when I started to answer the call. And I had some
Right.
resistance because I was like, God, I don't want to be the God said, girl, you pouring messages into me in dreams, and I'm seeing these numbers, and I'm waking up all in the middle of the night. You know I don't play by my sleep. You want me to work with crystals, and you saying go tell so and so that you had this dream, and tell them I said to tell them this, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. That's not cute, yo. Nobody wants to be the God said girl at first,
At first.
but as a member of the club, a vested member of the club now, I'm telling you, best decision. Surrendering was the best decision I ever made in my life.
Yeah, it's lit.
It's
It's lit.
lit, yo.
It's lit. I love, and it's weird because people are just like, how are you doing this? Because I'm like, yeah, I bridged the gap between sex and spirit. But I'm like, well, how you think you got here? I'm like, how you think you got here? We're
Baby.
spiritual beings who somebody's mommy got sucked, fucked, blah, 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 and
And
now you
plucked.
here. Hello.
She got
Okay.
plucked.
Okay. So,
Her
I
flower
mean,
got
we doing
plucked.
the same shit. We doing the same shit. So I'm just talking about the shit that's what it is. So now that I'm doing it, I'm like, listen, I don't even care. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you need my help, I got you. You don't, then I'm not the person for you. It's cool.
It is.
There's other coaches out there. There's other readers out there. There's other ministers out there. You'll be all right. I got recommendations. I know a friend. I
There's a
can give you a
million books
referral.
out there, baby. I'm just one. You ain't gotta read it.
Team Aries. Can you tell we're Aries? Can you tell we're Aries?
Period. Straight like that. I have so enjoyed you. I feel like we done gave the people what they need when they need it, how they need it, honey. I feel like we
Love
did
it.
what we came to do. And I always
I love
enjoy your energy. My girl is on YouTube. She got something for you every day. Every day. Thriving Thursdays, Twin Flame Tuesdays, Divine Masculine Mondays, Divine Feminine Fridays. What I mean, Sacred Sexual Saturdays.
Sacred Sexual Saturdays.
Every day. Whether I'm in the car, I'm at the gym, walking the track, I'm around the house, cleaning up, I am tuned into my book, and she's bringing that good,
I love it.
the good messages. She has my full support, and she'll be back on my channel bringing a message for you guys. I'm hoping to get over there to her channel to do some things. And with that being said, I'm going to give her a chance to let y'all know whatever she has going on and where you can find her.
Oh my God. Hi, guys. Well, Happy New Year. Love you. First of all, thank you. I'm so glad that we connected. Thank God for YouTube to bring us together. I love this whole global international thing that we got going, this galactic multi-dimensional thing that we got going on here. But for those of you who don't know me, I'm Autumn, the Enlightened Daughter. You can find me at the Enlightened Daughter on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, theenlighteneddaughter.com. I am a life coach that specializes in sex and spirit. I also do tarot and oracle readings, obviously, and I'm also an ordained minister. So I'm also known as Reverend Hayes or Pastor Autumn, if you want to laugh at it. Rev. And yeah, so find me on theenlighteneddaughter.com. I love connecting with people. I love to help people. I love to serve God. I love to channel messages with the angels. I'm not all there, but I'm fucking full of love. I'm a Harlem baby, and I'm a little crazy, but I'm filled with the spirit, so I won't put hands on you unless I'm
Harlem world.
Thank you guys for joining us on a freaking Saturday night. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I love you. God loves you. The angels surround you. You guys don't even know the blessings that are in store for you this year if you're willing to just tap into it and to stay into flow. I'm telling you, this year is so lit and it's such a beautiful energy of abundance for everyone if you're willing to just fucking get grounded and pay attention.
Yes.
Just pay attention.
Pay attention.
Just stay present and pay attention. If COVID has done nothing else for us, it has caused everybody to be in the present moment. Stay present, pay attention so you can rock this shit. Because literally the whole universe is just here like here, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? So make sure you go with your grab bag and you get in as much as you can get. The buffet line won't close.
Ask and ye shall receive. Knocking, the door shall be open.
Literally, all you can eat and it never closes. So just go get your grub on. Go get your grub on.
That part. The spirit just really put it on my heart to bring one more message, and it's really just giving us a word to keep in mind. I like to have a word for each year to just keep in the forefront of my mind as I'm moving through different lessons. Last year, tried to beat my ass, and I was showing up on YouTube and on Instagram, and I'm encouraging people and I am motivating people, and life was beating my ass. I was in a domestically abusive relationship with the lessons that I was experiencing in life. Corey, you welcome, baby. Anytime. Keep speaking.
Hi.
Ivory Sweet, what up? But when I tell you, it was Turquoise Majesty that was keeping me going, because otherwise, baby, this ship would have very well sunk. Yeah. But I was like, I got things to do. God got something for me to do. You know what I'm saying? God want me to do this. He want me to do this video. He want me to do this reading. He want me to bring forth this message. You want me to sell these adornments. You know what I'm saying? And so that kept me motivated. And the word that was my word for last year was accountability. And I knew that I was a steward of whatever it was that God was trying to birth in my life, and that everything that was going on around me and within me, that I was accountable for. And so I just kept thinking about how I am accountable. You know what I'm saying? I take accountability for how I allow this to affect me. And that is what took me through. So we're going to see what word from the Power of Love Oracle should stand out for all of us.
I love it.
As we move throughout this universal year 2. Some flipped over. It'll come out. And y'all know where to find me. TurquoiseMajesty.com, Turquoise Majesty on YouTube, Turquoise Majesty on Instagram. I'm on Twitter, but I rarely post anything on there. I think that's it for me. Subscribe to my website so that you can get exclusive content. I'm going to be sending something out about my fast, a reflection of my fast. I'm also going to be doing a special on my readings. I'll be announcing that probably in the morning, but it'll be 22% off. I'll be announcing that code. And for our
my readings, I have a New York 22 thing off. I forgot. Gotta have a code. Thank you for reminding me of that. I did 22% off for the month of January with my reading.
You're welcome.
Oh my God, I love you.
Vision, what up, yo? That's my guy there. Peace to you, brother. So let's see. I'ma just pull. What we talk about? That grace, tolerance.
Look at the color. Look at the color of that card, though.
Turquoise. Get into it with that green hue coming all up and through for that heart chakra energy, yo. Because you're gonna have to open your heart chakra in order to have more tolerance for people. For one thing, let me say that we might be a minute. Pull up a chair, because I'm gonna talk about this. Did y'all not think that there would be some post-COVID energy, some things that have forever changed? People's mental health issues were going untreated during the pandemic. And we are seeing the aftermath of that now. And it is requiring that we have more tolerance for people. There are some situations where you might have pulled out your pistol. that you're going to need to walk away. Let them live and you live your life and go on about your business. Pick and choose your arguments and your battles carefully, because people are not balanced, they're not centered, and not in their right minds. I ain't talking about everybody, but I'm just saying there are some people I've seen personally in my personal life, amongst my family and people I know, their mental health issues elevate to a whole nother level post COVID. So it says you appreciate other points of view because you sense the love in everyone. You're going to have some compassion out here. You're going to have to sense the love in everybody enough to at least protect and save your own quality of life. Even if you're not considering the other person, which we want you to do. Consider your life. Consider what you got going on and what you've been working hard for. And even if it's not something where it's a life or death situation, just have enough tolerance for people to give them grace and protect your energy.
Grace.
On the pettiest of levels. Protect
right back to grace.
your energy.
Right back to forgiveness, grace, forgiving ourselves.
Yes.
Offering ourselves grace, accepting grace, receiving grace, offering forgiveness, accepting forgiveness, receiving forgiveness. Of course it is. Because you can't make this stuff up. Because you can't make this stuff up. Because you can't make it up. Because you can't make it up.
So then we got to see what's at the bottom. We got to.
You have to.
You are now.
And it always starts, and it goes right back. It always starts with us first. Forgiving ourselves, loving ourselves, being tolerant with ourselves. Like, can you be patient with yourself? Because the reason so many people are in this energy right now, frustration, is because they're in a fucking rush. They're not going by divine timing. They're going by the human timing. They're going by the impatience of this fake ass world.
That man's timing.
No.
This
so you have to be tolerant with your. Exactly. How many, we've been on this earth 20, 30, 40, 50 years doing certain things a certain way, and now we're being triggered and we're being activated to heal and to fix these things, and then we're like, all right, well, I'm going to fix this. It's not going to happen overnight. You have to be tolerant with the process and with yourself. You got to understand it took you 2, 3, 4, 5 decades to be the person you are right now. That shit's not going to change overnight. But you got to give yourself some time. You got to give yourself some patience.
You got to trust the process.
Bring it into balance this year. Own the fact that it's okay that I made a mistake and I'm going to do something to fix it. It's okay that I fucked up and now I can do something to fix it. Like, I need to learn to love myself.
Just own your shit.
Own your shit. Like, look at yourself and be like, I fucked up today and I'm going to fix it. Or, you know what? I'm okay with that. If y'all don't like it, too bad. It is what it is.
It says you are now able to activate the power of love in order to release past hurts. Let that shit go. Let it go. Forgive yourself, like my sis just said. Forgive those around you. The principles of my aunt, if you're not familiar with those are the ancient Kemetic principles by which we should live, created, and formed far, far before the 10 Commandments. It's 42 of them. And the premise of that whole, though, all of those principles is that we should live our lives with hearts that are as light as a feather. Hence my tattoo. Because I'm reminded to be true to myself with this feather, and the words to thine own self be true. And to keep my heart as light as a feather. Because in ancient Kemetic times, you were judged in death. Your whole destiny going forward in the afterlife was based upon your heart being placed on a scale with a feather. And your heart had to be as light as that feather. It had to balance out. And if you were carrying anything, you were going to hell. You like how I said that? Straight like that. You were going to hell. They're equivalent to hell. So you lived in hell and you died and went to hell. A lot of this stuff we holding on to that we don't have to. And we try to act like we don't have control over what the baggage that we hold on to, but you do. You really, really do. We have dominion over our mind. We have dominion over our emotions. And so you are being led to be more tolerant, to forgive, Because at the end of the day, it all boils down to this word at the bottom of the deck: respect.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
Find out what it means to me. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Take care of TCB. Hey, that part.
Just a little
It's
bit.
all about
Something.
respect, yo. You got to respect yourself. You got to respect your fellow man. You got to respect your fellow man, your brother, your sister, your mama. Even though mama left you on the porch or in the garbage can like Brenda did on the Tupac video.
Okay.
Respect yourself in the decisions that you make, even if you can't find it in your heart to respect others.
Amen.
It all starts with self.
Amen.
We can pass collection plate. The doors of the church are now open. In that order, come build with evidence. Yes. Check me out on YouTube at Turquoise Majesty. I'm doing a reading every Sunday with Soul Food Sundays. This segment is co-creating my monthly segment, and this year I am going to be having special guests each month for each episode. And Autumn has graced me with being my first guest on this IG Live. I'm so happy to have her with me. You can check her out. She's posted every day on YouTube, a reading and giving a message to the collective. And with that being said, we love you all. Thank you for joining us. And Autumn, if you have nothing to say, hit them with your line about the angels loving them.
I love you, sis. Thank you so much for this.
I love you back.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I'm just so excited. I'm so excited about this year. I'm so excited about all the transformations that are going to happen, and I'm so excited to see the successes in your business, in our businesses. But yes, I'm watching your success. I'm feeling your success already. So I'm here praying for you. I'm going to pray for everyone here before we close out real quick. I'll just give you guys a quick little prayer. Enjoy your Saturday. It could be an easy prayer like, don't eat yellow snow, good luck, but I'm gonna give you a little love.
Love you too.
May the Most High God and all of the angels be with you in every single one of your moments. May grace fill all of your days. May grace touch your successes in your businesses. May grace touch your families. May grace touch your health. May you always remember that you are children of the Most High God. May you feel the love that you embody every single day. And may you be a blessing everywhere you go. I pray that this week brings you successes beyond measure. I pray that you know miracles. I pray that you know blessings. I pray that you receive the love that you've been wishing for. I pray that every one of your dreams comes true, and I pray that you are just messengers of the Most High God. May you receive every single blessing magnified and amplified in your life that you give out to everybody else. May you receive love. May you receive success. May you receive joy. May you come into balance in this year, and may you thrive. May you be a pillar of light for every single person around you, and may everyone's life be better because you are in it, like mine is right now, because all of you are here with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is.
So
amen. I love you guys.
You better have prayed that thing, girl. I will talk to you later, my love. You be safe. I love you all. Thank you for joining us. And that is completed for the month of January 2022. Peace.